Audio check, 1 2 1 2 1 2. You guys good? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2024 College Football National Champions, the Ohio State University Buckeyes.
We're on piano.
Hold tight, guys. Where's the photos? I think they were fed up with one more time. Yeah, do one, G. One more time. Do one, G. Do one. Hey, give it up. Oh, snap. Cool,
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by the Vice President of the United States and Ryan Day, head coach of the Ohio State University Buckeyes.
That's a good-looking group behind me. And they're big. We're not going to get into any fights with them, I can guarantee you that. So I want to just congratulate everybody. Coach, you have done some job, man. But today is my great honor to welcome the 2024 College Football National Champions, the Ohio State University Buckeyes. And it turns out January 20th was a big day for all of us. That's true. That was a big day. I love that day. We'll never forget that day. To Ohio State President Ted Carter. Ted, where's Ted? Ted, congratulations. Good job, Ted. Wow. Athletic Director Ross Bjork. Ross, where's Ross? There's, hi, Ross. Congratulations. Did you know they were this good? He said, absolutely. That's a good answer. to Coach Ryan Day, who, and I have to read this because this is not part of it, but they gave me a little briefing. I knew how good a coach. I didn't know he was that good. It's Ryan Day, head coach at The Ohio State University. So here's just a little summary. Ryan was named head coach in December 2018. Think of this. First of all, he's a very young-looking guy. He's got a lot of time left. In his 6 seasons as head coach, Day has led the team to 9 championship wins. You don't do that. He's currently the only coach to lead his team to the college football playoffs 4 times since 2019. And his first season as head coach, and Coach Day's overall coaching record, 70-10. So in other words, Ryan, I'd like to be your agent. I want to represent you. And he won the big one, right? He won the big one. That's the biggest of them all. That's fantastic. Let me have your hand here, man. It's an amazing achievement at a young age, and the entire team and everybody up here, we want to thank you and congratulate you, because this building behind you, there's nothing like it. I have a lot of buildings. This is the one. This one you can't beat. The White House. And I think, the coach was all excited about it. I threw it out just hoping that it wouldn't be a big deal. I said, Coach, afterwards, if you'd like, but only if you'd like, don't worry about it. We could take the team down to the Oval Office and show them what the Oval Office is, because it is spectacular. And I don't know if the floor can withstand it. That's the only one. But we're going to do that. And, I've done some Trump touches to the Oval Office. It's a little nicer than it used to be, I think. And most people, a lot nicer. You're right about that. No, it's special. Everything begins, ends, and re-begins at the Oval Office. And so we're going to take the team down there right when we're finished, okay? If anyone doesn't want to go, that would be okay. Who's going? Everybody? Okay. Okay. We look forward to it. Also with us are many Ohio State fans from my administration, and the biggest of them all, of course, is our Vice President, who's been fantastic, a faithful Buckeye alum, J.D. Vance. J.D., he's something. But he was such a good student, he didn't stay there for 4 years. He got out in 2 years, #1 in his class. How do you do that? Do you have any better students than that? Better football players, yes. I don't know about students. But JD's doing a great job. Thanks as well to Secretary of State Marco Rubio for being here. Marco, you're doing incredible. Thank you. As well as Representatives Warren Davidson and Mike Carey. Fellas, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Governor Mike DeWine. Mike, where are you? Hi, Mike. Doing a great job. Attorney General Dave Yost. Dave, congratulations on everything. Secretary of State Frank LaRose. Frank, thank you, Frank. Mayor Trent Conaway. I love Trent Conaway. Where's Trent Conaway? Where are you, Trent? Look at him, that guy from East Palestine. I think, you're the reason they say I visited and Biden didn't. And when I went there, and I went there right after the problem, right? And I met Trent, and I love Trent. But a lot of people give you a lot of credit for the success that we've had, because we won in a huge stampede in a landslide. And I want to thank you. And you've been a great mayor, and you went through a lot. And we took care of you. We helped, and other people didn't. But you were a big stop in the first one, so thank you for being here. It's good to see you again. Thank you very much. Really nice. And, of course, the Ohio State legend. He's a current Lieutenant Governor, Jim Tressel. Jim, thank you. Where's Jim? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much. He is a legend. Thanks also to my friends J.J. Cafaro and the Schottenstein family. They're here somewhere. There they are. Hi, fellas. Good to have you. This was a historic year in college football, standing together today. These men in the first college, think of that, are the first college football players in history who can proudly call themselves 12-team playoff champions. You're the first ones, that's right. You had to go through a lot. That's not easy. You're the first ones. Congratulations, Coach. This team showed the world that the road to greatness is paved by hard work, sweat, and often a great deal of adversity. They had a lot of adversity because, I shouldn't say this, I actually said, should I leave this line out? And they said, sir, they're saying, yes, leave it out. Sir, they want to hear the whole thing, the bad and the good, right? But many people counted you out, as you know, after the losses against Oregon, which is a great team, and that team up north. We won't talk about it. But you refused to let the Buckeye Nation down. You got better and better and tougher as the season went along. And after a very strong regular season, but with adversity, you held a closed-door, players-only meeting. This extraordinary group rallied together for a single glorious mission to win 4 straight playoff games against the finest teams in college football. And you were able to do it, obviously. In the first playoff game, Tennessee quarterback Will Howard scorched the Volunteer defense. I watched that game. I said, that guy is good. Defense for 311 yards and completed 24 of 29 passes. Known for his accuracy, strong arm, but boy, is he known for his accuracy. Where is Will? I want to see this guy. You are fantastic. Oh, he's going to be so rich. Think of that. To look like that and to play, it's a good combination. But Will went on to set an all-time college football playoff record with 1,150 yards passing. That's an incredible thing. Great to meet you. Going to be watching you for a long time, I think, okay? We'll be watching him for about 15 years, maybe longer. The next game was a chance at redemption against the top-ranked Oregon Ducks, which was a tough team. It was a total team effort by Ohio State. In the first half, the Buckeyes built an insurmountable 34-point lead thanks to the scores from veteran playmaker Tavion Henderson. Where is he? Tavion. Oh, man, get on You think I could beat him in a race? I don't know. Great going. And Ohio State, and also your receptions leader, Emeka Ibuka. Where is he? Look at this guy. Congratulations, fellas. How important were they to your passing?
Oh, they were everything.
Okay, that's good. You said the right thing. Then came the team's biggest test in the semifinals, a trip to Texas for the Cotton Bowl. And that Texas was pretty much rated the #1 team at the beginning of the season, right? So that was a tough team. I know that. It was neck and neck late in the fourth quarter. Texas was down a score, but marching in the red zone with 2 minutes left on the 4th and 8 with 2:29 on the clock. Hometown legend Jack Sawyer. Boy, that's a good name. Jack Sawyer. It sounds like the name of a legend, right? A son of Columbus. We won Columbus by a lot of points. I like it. Gave the world an all-time great Ohio State football moment. Most of you know what I'm talking about. In one amazing play, Jack exploded off the line, strip-sacked the quarterback, which is not easy to do, scooped the fumble recovery, scored an 83-yard touchdown return, and punched Ohio State's ticket to the championship game. Yeah, it's a hell of a thing. You mean you took the ball out of the quarterback's hand? I don't want to say this. I don't want to make. How do you think that other team feels? Not too good. That's one of those disasters for another team, right? No, that quarterback doesn't feel good. Where is he? I want to see this guy.
Phenomenal.
Are you that fast that you can get down?
I had some great blockers leading the way. First time we got caught, probably.
That's unbelievable, actually. Size of these guys. I used to think I was quite a big fellow, not so much anymore. But he later said that it was the best feeling he'd ever felt. Are you sure about that, Jack? I don't know about that. As he gets older, who knows? But I don't think he's ever going to forget it. And Jack, you earned it, and congrats. That's really special. So You thought that game it was maybe over, Coach? What do you think?
That's what I felt like we were going to win.
You felt like it was going to. That's why he's a good coach. He felt he was going to win. That was pretty amazing. That was and the other team was tough, right?
They were a good team.
Will they be good again this season?
We open up the first game with them next year.
Oh, you have the first game with them. Wow, that's tough. And a lot of your players are coming back, but quite a few great ones are leaving, right?
The NFL.
How do you feel about to the NFL? That's the good thing about every one of them goes. How do you feel about the season?
That's going to be exciting.
Gonna be good.
We're going to miss some of these guys, but we got good young guys, and we're
Yeah.
excited about next
Well, I'll bet you're going to do great. But the Buckeyes have defied the critics, but the job just wasn't finished. This tremendous team needed one more win for the ultimate victory, the national championship game against Notre Dame. Offensive MVP Will Howard led the charge again, completing 14 of his first 15 passes. I'm telling you, the guy has an accurate arm. How many times do I have to tell you that? Quinshon Judkins reached the end zone 3 times. Where the hell is he? Three times, defensive MVP Cody Simon stuffed the Fighting Irish rushing attack. Where's Cody? Do you notice the way they're sitting in like a little trench? I didn't want them at the same level. Actually, it was really, but I feel very good about that, JD, right? Yes, sir. Keep them down a little bit. But offensive MVP Will Howard led that charge, and really these people are going places that going to be very exciting in the future. We're going to be watching them all on Sundays and for a long time to come, I believe. Many of the people behind us. But Cody Simon, that was a very important deal, and Buckeye star Jeremiah Smith pulled down the unforgettable deep ball on 3rd and 11 to clinch the championship. Where's Jeremiah? Oh, I shouldn't say this, but the coach was giving Jeremiah some major praise backstage. I said, so what's the future? He said, well, we have a guy. He may be the best ever. That's a lot to think about, Jeremiah. Just be real good. Go be Jerry Rice, right? Who's your favorite? Jerry Rice. Yeah, Jerry Rice is a great guy, too. But Jeremiah was the only freshman that was just at a level that few people have ever seen before, according to what I hear. And nobody could stop him all year long, even as a freshman. And let's not forget the resilient offensive line that helped Will achieve this record-breaking season. Get ready, fellas. Come on up here. Josh Fryer, Luke Montgomery, Carson Heinzman, Tegra Shabola, Austin Saraveld, and Donovan Jackson stepped up when you needed him most, and they protected this valuable quarterback. It's nice when they can say, yeah, we're going to the NFL with other people saying, do you think I could make it? You're going early from what I hear. Good luck, fellas. Thank you, Pastor. Good luck in the NFL.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm saying, I'm looking at him. I'm saying, what's he
I'm
doing?
short compared to these guys, sir.
Thank you. Great job. That's
Thank you
great
all.
job.
Thank you.
That's so important. That offensive line is so important. We have, you have no idea. I've seen teams that were great, but they didn't have the offensive line, and it just doesn't work out, right, Will? Right. You beat the Fighting Irish that day, 34-23, and for the first time in 10 years, proudly claimed the title of the great state of Ohio, the great state. I love that state. We won that state in a landslide, Governor. We won it in a landslide. I love Ohio. We'll never let you down, I swear, I promise. And if I let you down, he won't, okay? So you have a backup. but I do love the place. And so today I'm honored to call the Ohio State University Buckeyes national champions. You're the national champions, and you're standing right here at the White House. And it's a proud day for all of us, but it's a proud day for the Scarlet and Gray. Congratulations once again. And, Coach, you are a fantastic person. I got to know him just a little bit back there, and I realized almost immediately that he's really a special guy. And to your wife and your three beautiful children, congratulations. And I'm going to ask JD to say a couple of words. It's an honor to have everybody at the White House. You are a very special group from a special state, the state of Ohio. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thanks to Coach Day and the entire team for being here at the White House. I'm so proud to be part of Team Scarlet and Gray today. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes on a hell of a 2024 season. Now, I want to say just a couple of words about this team because they really helped make, sir, an incredible year even better for this very proud Ohio State alum. So 2 things. First of all, I made a bet with Ted Cruz over the Texas game, a bet that he is still not paid up on, Ted Cruz, if you're watching on TV. And I don't like losing any bet, but I really don't want to lose a bet to Ted Cruz. So thank you all for helping me win that bet against Ted Cruz. And the second thing, I asked the president on January the 20th, I said, sir, would you mind if I skipped that final inaugural ball to go to the Ohio State National Championship game? And the president said, no, but we'll have him at the White House. So here we are celebrating that national title. And I just want to say I'm proud of you guys. You guys were resilient. You were tough. You represented the state of Ohio well, and you represented the whole country well. And the last thing that I'll say is I don't know who let the guy over in the corner here in a Michigan hat into this celebration, but I'm about to tell the Secret Service you've got a dangerous weapon, sir. But I just want to say, proud of this team, Mr. President. Thank you for hosting, and thanks to the whole state of Ohio for showing up and cheering for our Buckeyes. God bless you guys.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, and other distinguished guests, on behalf of The Ohio State University, the Department of Athletics, thank you for inviting the national championship Ohio State Buckeyes to the White House this afternoon. I'd like to thank Ohio State President Ted Carter, members of the Ohio delegation here with us today, Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Tressel, Athletics Director Ross Bjork, and all the staff members for their work and efforts to make this trip to the White House a reality. We're honored and humbled to be here, celebrating with you our 9th national championship in our great university's history. To be here surrounded by our players, staff, university leadership is a moment we'll never forget. Traveling to D.C., though, was the easy part. Earning the right to be here was the hard one. This team made history by winning the most difficult series of games in the history of college football, defeating number 7, Tennessee, number 1, Oregon in the Rose Bowl, number 3, Texas in the Cotton Bowl, and number 5, Notre Dame in the national championship. Back to back to back to back. No team's ever done that. No team's ever done that. And through discipline and execution, this team dominated, finished the mission, and left no doubt. It all started with a group of 4th and 5th year seniors. They chose each other. They chose Ohio State, and they built and lived a culture of brotherhood, toughness, and love. When adversity hit, they stood tall, stuck together, showed their true character, rose to the occasion, and became champions. There's a quote I love from President Roosevelt, displayed proudly in our team room, the man in the arena. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, who strives valiantly, comes up short again and again, but who does actually strive to do the deeds. This quote reminds us of the true honor that belongs to those who rise to the challenge and stand in the arena unwavered. It took every challenge, and we responded with heart, with grit, and with determination. That's why this moment means so much to us. Our families, thank you so much for your love and your support along the way. To our coaches, thank you for your hard work and for your leadership. And to our players, thank you for everything. Your story will forever be told. And Mr. President, thank you again for this incredible honor. God bless America and go Bucks. All right. We have some really nice gifts that we're going to have our captains give Mr. President, Mr. Vice President.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats until all stage participants have departed.